My student came up to me and said, "Ms. Bell, a weird photo flew out of the vent. Do you know who this woman is? Let me see." She handed me a photograph. A woman, topless, smiling at the camera like whoever was taking it made her happy. "Thank you, Brianna. I'll handle this." I didn't know what to do with it. Couldn't throw it in the classroom trash. Students would find it. So when I saw the janitor, Mr. DeJesus, pushing his cart down the hallway, I flagged him down. "Someone found this near a vent. Could you dispose of it properly?" He looked at the photo. Something flickered across his face, just for a second. "Of course, Ms. Bell. I'll take care of it." But I watched him walk away, and I saw him slip it into his pocket instead of the trash bag on his cart. That was the first thing I noticed about Mr. DeJesus. The second thing was the hours. He was always there when I arrived at 6:45 a.m., always there when I left at 4:30 p.m., and when I stayed late for parent conferences, he was still there at 8. When I came back for a forgotten laptop at 10, his cart was in the hallway. When the basketball coach mentioned leaving after a game at midnight, he said Mr. DeJesus was mopping the gym. "Dedicated guy," the coach said. I didn't think he was dedicated. I thought he was stealing time. I started documenting, writing down every time I saw him. Mornings, afternoons, evenings, weekends. I drove by once on a Saturday, and his truck was in the lot. I told Principal Hernandez I thought he was padding his hours, collecting overtime he wasn't earning. Someone needs to check on this. Hernandez shrugged. He does good work. Building's never been cleaner. That's not the point. If he's here 18 hours a day, we're paying him for 18 hours a day. The budget can't handle that. I'll look into it. He didn't look into it, so I did. One Thursday, I told my husband I had conferences. I parked behind the dumpsters where no one could see my car. I waited until 11 p.m. Then I went inside. The hallways were dark except for the emergency lights. I walked toward the basement stairs, maintenance access, boiler room, the places no one went. I heard something, a radio, playing soft jazz. I followed the sound down the stairs, past the water heaters, past the electrical panels to a storage room at the end of the hall. The door was cracked open, light spilling out. I pushed it open. Mr. DeJesus was sitting on a cot, a real cot, with sheets and a pillow. Next to him was a small table with a hot plate, a coffee mug, and a framed photograph. The woman from the picture, the topless one, except this frame showed her clothed, smiling, standing next to Mr. DeJesus in front of a Christmas tree. On the wall behind him, more photos, wedding pictures, vacation pictures, a whole life pinned up with thumbtacks. A toothbrush sat in a cup by the utility sink. Clothes hung from a pipe in the corner. A small refrigerator hummed against the wall. He'd been living here. Mr. DeJesus looked up at me. Didn't seem surprised, didn't seem scared, just tired. "How long have you known?" he asked. I didn't. "I thought you were stealing hours." He almost laughed. "I'm not stealing anything. I'm just here." "How long?" "Since March, after Linda passed." He nodded toward the photos. "Cancer took about 8 months. I used up my savings on treatment. Then the medical bills took the house." He shrugged. "I couldn't afford rent anywhere, but I could afford to stay here. I know every corner of this building, every closet, every vent. The photo that flew out. The picture," I said, "the one the student found, must have slipped out of the box I keep them in. Airflow from the heating system." He looked at the floor. "That was our anniversary. She surprised me. Thought it was funny." He paused. "It's the last photo I have of her happy, before the diagnosis. I'll be out by morning," he said. "I understand." I thought about the documentation in my desk. The emails to Principal Hernandez, the overtime complaints. "Mr. DeJesus," I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. I came down here looking for paper towels and this room was empty." He looked at me for a long time, then smiled. "The paper towels are in the closet by the stairs," he said. "Second shelf." I went home and deleted every note I'd ever taken. Mr. DeJesus retired 2 years later with a full pension, and I never told anyone what I found in that basement.